Welcome back to the Mouse Diva channel. I have another book unboxing.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving pictures.
What's up, Dad?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
So this is the Once Upon a Book Club Up All Night box. Now first of all, look how it came. Like, it actually came all torn up like this. The tape was actually off. I was really worried that the items like would not be in here or they'd be damaged, but I opened it up and everything looked just fine. I got lucky there. The only thing is I do like to keep these boxes, at least, I don't know, I'm almost like, oh, I might have to throw this away, but this side is kind of okay, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, this was their special New Year's Eve box. And so basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stay up all night and read this book. And the book is Matt Haig's The Life Impossible. So I had almost bought the Midnight Library so many times, and I may end up having to get that book. But first, let's get into the box. So of course, just like the regular book, like the monthly book subscription box, it comes with a bookmark, it comes with a recipe, and it'll come with a quote card. So let's see what that quote card is. I want you to let go of your own past and life. You need to do this for the good of everything. And then, oh, that's weird. Normally there's like a letter from the author, but this is like a little map. Not sure. And then also we've been getting stickers in the box that goes into this like little journal. Like that sticker. Okay, and then we have discussion questions, and then the pages of the that the gifts will be on. So the gifts we have, what is this? Okay, this is weird. Oh, okay. Okay, this is new. Okay, so this is a 2025 champagne flute. The world is yours for the reading. So are we supposed to, like, I guess we're supposed to put champagne in this and drink while we're reading. So I'm actually going to go ahead and open this up, and that's what it says. The world is yours for the reading. That is really, really neat. Okay, I was not expecting that. That kind of threw me off. Okay, so just like all the other boxes from Once Upon a Book Club, you read in the book, they give you there'll be a sticky note, and then you open the corresponding gift. I'm liking how all this like matches the theme of the book. So this is $39, and then we're gonna have another gift on page 121, and another one. Oh no! Okay, you gotta wait for this. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I totally forgot about that. Okay, and then we have page 258. So we technically have 3 gifts to go along with the book. The champagne flute, and this that I'm so excited about is additional. So I'm actually going to do this different. I'm going to do it the way it's supposed to be done, and I'm actually going to go read, and then when I get to page $39. I'll come back and we're gonna open this gift. First thing, I started reading at 10:38 p.m. Okay, I want to see how long. I don't know that I'm going to be able to read through the night because I did work today and I work tomorrow. So we'll see how far we can get. Also, I have a discount code if you're interested in Once Upon a Book Club. Can save you a little money. Would love for you to click on that link if you're interested. Okay, so I have come to the very first sticky note. It says, she had a classic that I had read and loved when I was young, The Count of Monte Cristo. Well, this is definitely a book. So, I mean, is it actually that book? That would be pretty interesting because I have not read that book. Oh, no, so it's not actually a book. It is a hollow book storage box. Use this hollow book to hide your treasures in plain sight on your bookshelf, or display it open to show the beautiful scene within. Okay, really does look like a real book. I'm really having a problem getting that off. Okay, there we go. Wow, look at this. It really, really does. Wow, that really, really looks like pages there. All human wisdom is contained in these two words, wait and hope. So let's see where they said it's pretty inside. Oh, that is so cool. Open it up, looks regular. Okay, no, I'm not using this as storage. At first I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take a hidden book as storage. This is beautiful. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, no, this is being displayed just like this. Yay on that. Okay, so what am I thinking of the book so far? So what is the book about? So I actually did not read the synopsis. I wanted to go in blind. And then when I got to that page, I was just like, okay, well, let me go ahead and read the synopsis. It is so incredibly vague, which is actually wonderful. When a retired math teacher, Grace Winters, is left a rundown house on a Mediterranean island by a long-lost friend, and I'm going to say friend like really loosely, curiosity gets the better of her. So among the rugged hills and golden beaches of the island, Grace searches for answers about her friend's life and how it ended. What she uncovers is stranger than she could have dreamed, but to dive into the impossible truth, and that is like the whole but to dive is such a clue that you would not even know about if you read this. Grace must first come to terms with her past. Filled with wonder, wild adventure, this is the story of hope and the life-changing power of a new beginning. So seriously, I mean, that really does not tell you a lot, does it? I'm loving the way this book is written. So it's actually starting off by an email that a student of Grace's wrote to her, and then an email that she writes back to him. And then there are such short chapters that it's making it such an easy read. Look at that. I'm loving the way this is written. And I mean, like I said, if I wouldn't have worked today and I didn't have to work tomorrow, I know for a fact that I could get through this book in one night. Which is what you're supposed to be doing, or what I'm supposed to be doing. Everybody that got this box, it's what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, you know what's missing? The signet. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just like squirreled, because normally we do get a signature book plate to put in the book, and we did not get that in this. I mean, I don't know that they said we were going to get it. It's just something that you normally get in this pack, and I just realized it wasn't here. Okay, let's continue. I did stop for about 1:45 to midnight. I had to wake my husband up. He was already asleep, and he went ahead and got champagne, even though I'm not a champagne drinker. And we turned on the, you know, the new Times Square celebration thing, the countdown of the ball dropping. By the way, did you know that the very first Times Square New Year's celebration was in 1904, and that the first ball dropping was actually 1907? And then of course in the mid 1990s, that is when 35-year-old Dick Clark started, you know, the whole ball dropping, his stint as the announcer for that. That to me, that's like very interesting. Oh, and Times Square, I cannot remember what it used to be called, but at some point it was referred to as Hell on Earth before it was named Times Square. It had a name, something Square, and then it was called Hell on Earth Square, and then it was called Times Square. That is your interesting, fun tidbit of today. Okay, so we are now on page 121, and let me get you back to it here. This is I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, I am absolutely loving this story. Now, like I said before, I love the writing. I don't know that it's going to be a 5-star. I want it to be a 5-star. I am really, really enjoying it, but I'm thinking back to other books that I've given a 5-star to, and this is definitely going to be a 4. I wish I could do like a 4.5, but they don't have that on Goodreads. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this one's going to be a dead giveaway. The box itself is kind of a dead giveaway of what is in here. So, sticky note. I stared at my hands. Something was odd, but it took me a few seconds to realize what it was. And then I saw it. The ring. So obviously this is a ring. I love that it just like, all I gotta do is pull this out. Oh my. Yeah. It is. Oh, this is something my daughter would love. Okay. It is a ring. Oh my gosh. Oh, it matches what I'm, oh my gosh. That actually fits perfect on this old lady hand. Okay, so what part of your body do you just not really like to look at? And mine are my hands. I've always had these stubby fingers, and I just, you know, the wrinkles are starting. It's part of life. I'm glad I'm alive to have wrinkles. Yeah, but my hands are not my favorite thing. But man, I was going to say I was going to give this to my daughter, but actually I think I'm going to keep this. Cool. And I love the box. Okay, so I know that I've got to get to page 258. First of all, this is very, very heavy. I've got to get to 258. I've got a lot more reading to do. I want to open this so bad. Okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. Let's get to reading. I have moved reading locations. I forgot. I'm like, okay, my daughter's not here. It's New Year's Eve. Of course, she's out with friends. And I'm like, let me go in her room and read because it'd be more comfortable in bed. But the husband's asleep, so this makes perfect sense. Okay, so let me tell you a little something. So I forgot to mention that the main character, she's 72 years old, which is pretty cool because, you know, nowadays we really don't read, you know, there aren't but so many books that have older main characters. And now, because this is the Mouse Diva channel, and every other video is normally a Disney video, I have to mention, the author says Buzz Lightyear was the secret genius in Toy Story. So of course I had to bring that up. Okay, so what is interesting about the writing in this book? I told you there's short little chapters. So you gotta think this woman is actually telling this story to the guy that had written her the email, okay? And then I felt a little thirsty. So I went to the fridge and pulled out a bottle of orange juice. That makes it sound like a normal thing, but it wasn't a normal thing. This was a very unusual thing. In fact, it was so unusual, I think I'll give it its own chapter. And the author does. It's like its own page and a half about this pleasure of drinking orange juice. And I know you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, what kind of book is this? Well, it's a very good book. Okay, now there's a chapter on Fleetwood Mac. This, like, I have no idea what to expect next. Eating watermelon in the sun was such a wonderful feeling. I wondered why I hadn't spent more of my life doing it. I wondered why it wasn't everyone's aspiration. I wondered why every successful business person on the planet continued to work and visit offices and stare at computers when they could just quit and eat watermelon in the sun forever. It is 2:22 in the morning. I did take a break for just a little bit to check emails and brush my teeth, that kind of thing. Let the dog out. So emails, got an email from Cracker Barrel, and on there they said, what is your main or whatever New Year's resolution or something, or your most important? And it was get healthier, and like you actually like voted get healthier, and that was like at 41% of the people. Make more money was at 33, I think. And then they had spend more time with family, that was at 20 something. And then it was like learn to cook, that was 3%. So out of those four, what would be something, the number one on your list that you want to do? Mine would be spend more time with loved ones. I work a lot, and I want to spend more time with my granddaughter. I want to spend more time, I take vacations and stuff with the kids, or one kid or two kids or whatever, but I want to do more daily things. Like, it's been forever since we've played pickleball. We have gone to the movies a couple times. We used to go out to eat more, and of course the kids are older, have their own own lives, but I just want to do just more little things with them that aren't just trips, more daily things. So I need to not work as much is what happens. It's what needs to happen. And yeah, so comment below, what is yours? So I am not gonna get to page, what is it, 268? There's no way. I am basically I am halfway through the book right now. I am on 162. So there's no way I'm reading, almost 100 more pages. Oh my God. I've got so much more gray in my hair now. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. I'm going to read till 3. I think I can make it that long. And then I'm going to have to go to bed, because I have to work. That thing I don't want to do as much in 2025. I got to do that tomorrow. We have reached page 258. Like the flamingos. Come on, guys. Like the flamingos. Okay, so The jar, I observed, was glowing like never before. Well, this is pretty heavy. It's not moving around, so I'm gonna guess it's very heavily padded. I did just take the, ooh, that's sticky, the tape off the sides, but I haven't opened it. Oh, it's upside down. So obviously it's a jar, but what kind of jar? Does it have something inside of it? Who knows? Well, we're gonna know because I'm gonna open it. And see, it's, like I said, I knew it was padded. And what? Ooh, what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, food safe storage jar, hand wash only. Wow, look at the designs. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, that is really, really pretty. Like the sticker comes off really easily. Look at that. Wow, and it's food safe. Wow, that's a win-win. Okay, so before, I don't know, do I want to do before I get into the book? Okay, no, I gotta talk about the book, but I'm so excited. I want to open this so bad. I want to see what books are on here, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna talk about the book first. I really like the main character in this book. The fact that she was older and she had spunk and she had guts and she had nerve and she had this sense of adventure. Like she grew into it. It wasn't like she always had it. It wasn't until at this point in her life that she decided to get adventurous. And oh my goodness, the things that she did, I don't even know that I would do at my age. You know what? It could have, oh my gosh, light bulb off in my head. It's like after you reach a certain age and it's kind of like, you know what? I've kind of lived my life. And if something happens to me because of this adventure or this thing that I'm doing happens, then so be it. I tried it. I did something new. I was brave. I worked through a fear. And if it didn't work out and I don't make it, oh well, I'm old. I've had my life. Right? Right? Ah, that's kind of what we're at here. The ending, this was really cool. The ending was actually a letter. And I mentioned the whole letter thing at the beginning. You only really hear of this first person you're introduced to in the first chapter, which was a letter. You're hearing about him again. I mean, he's writing another letter. So that's the last thing, except that it is a cliffhanger. Totally a cliffhanger, but not a bad one. Not one like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? The author wrote it as in, there could be another book. He left it off where it was really easy to write another book, but you not feeling that you've missed out on something from a major mean cliffhanger. I call those mean cliffhangers. When you like, there's this action happening and all of a sudden, boom, stop. That's a mean cliffhanger. So, thoroughly enjoyed this book. And I'm gonna wrap it up with that because I really wanna open this. Okay, so I do know that they do sell just this if you would like. You know, go to the Book of the Month Club and you can just buy this like this. So you will have your own reading challenge. Okay, I am so excited. What is, oh, okay. So I'm guessing we're gonna be marking something off because this is like a little scratcher. If I bought lottery tickets, this would be wonderful to scratch lottery tickets off, but I never have time to go to the convenience store to get library tickets, lottery tickets, okay? Oh my gosh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so 2000, we'll do it like this. 2025 40 book reading challenge. Well, that's gonna be no big deal because I read over 40 books last year. I read 47, so technically I read more than that because I read several books at one time. And so there are books that I am more than halfway through. There's probably at least 10 of them. So I actually read more than 40 books. I just haven't finished. Does that make sense? Those 40 books. But if you put them together, like I read half of this book and half of this book, well, that's one book. I read 3/4 of this book and a quarter of this book, well, that's one book. Okay, so I read 47 books last year. How many did you read? Comment below. So this year I'm going to read more. This year I want to read 55. Okay, so let's just go across. So it gives you, once you complete it, I guess we get to take our little scratchy thing and scratch off the silver. And then you get to write down the book title and the date finished. So I'm going to go through these really, really quick. This is what I'm so excited about because I want to see what those options are. So here we go. Once Upon a Book Club selection. Well, that's going to be an easy one. A book with a blue spine. Blue spine. Hello. A book with multiple authors. A Shakespeare retelling. Ooh. A book written in third person. A book featuring a game or puzzle. A book with a color in the title. I'm sorry, I'm looking over because I'm also getting ready to film my January TBR. And I'm like looking at all the books. Okay. A book that focuses on a sport. A book about books. God, I read those all the time. A book that features vampires. I haven't read one of those in a while. A book by an author born the same month as you. So it doesn't have to be the same year, but that's research. Like basically what's going to happen is every single book I read, I have to look up the author and see when their birthday is. Okay, a book with a cover you don't like. Well, that'll be easy. A nonfiction book. I got 2 of those in this month's TBR. A book with at least 3 POVs. I've been reading quite a few of those lately. A lot of fantasy books are like that. A book with a beach scene on the cover. Yeah, I don't have any of those in January's TBR. A book about workplace rivals. So I have just read one with workplace, but they're not rivals. Oh, well, actually, actually, I have read one, but it's just touching on that. It's not the main character, so I'm not going to count it. A book with a title that starts with L. Okay, so when y'all do that, do y'all count, something like that, do y'all count the, or do you, the T and the, or do you not count the and you go by life? So what would you do in that case? Technically, I would probably count the. So the Life Impossible would not count because the is actually the first word. A mass market paperback book. Oh. So last October, I read one of those like cozy mystery books, and that is probably the first time I have read a mass paperback in probably 15 years. Like that, it's just not one of the things I read. A book set on a different continent from where you live. A book you saw someone else reading in public. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's it. Well, in public. I gotta say that would be easy at work. There's always people reading in the break room at work, but is that necessarily public? A book by an author who has written over 10 books. A book about sisters. A book with a dog on the cover. A book where a character receives an inheritance. Those are a lot of those recently, it seems like. A book you bought secondhand. Well, there's no problem there. Have you seen all of my videos about all the secondhand bookstores I go to and buy tons of books? A book that inspired a Broadway show. Oh my. That's going to be a hard one. A book that made you cry. That won't be hard. A book whose title includes a pun. Oh my gosh. That make you think on that one. A book published in 2025. That's not hard. A book that features a circus. A book set in a small town. I read a lot of those. A book featuring a character with a disability. A book that intimidates you. Ooh, I got a lot of those on my shelves. A book that has been translated from another language. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so you have already seen my very first book of the month club unboxing, and that book was translated from another one. I can already put that on there, and I finished it already. It's on my TBR, but I finished it. Ow, yay. All right. Oh my gosh, since I did that, you know what we're gonna do? When I finish reading these, I'm gonna go ahead and like mark this off and see what's underneath that, since I can count that. A book with the word house or home in the title. That's an easy one. A book about second chances. That should be easy. A book set on an island. There you go. I'm going to scratch off 2. I am going to put this book on a book set on an island because it is. Wow. All right. A book without any people on the cover. A Hugo Award winner, and a book that you can't stop talking about or thinking about. And then once you've completed your challenge, send a photo, and then you win a mystery prize. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. I'll just move it down. This is aggravating. Gonna have to press this to get it to stop doing this. Okay. Let's go ahead and mark off the book set on an island, because that is this book. Oh, and it's a little palm tree. That's cute. All right, there we have it. Well, I loved this Up All Night box, and I will definitely be getting the 2025 one. Hopefully they will offer one at the end of this year also, because I loved the story. I love getting the reading challenge in there, and the gifts were great, and I had a good time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification button, because you never know when another bookish video will be uploaded. Until the next page.